Hello and welcome to another Primavera P6 lesson by Global Project Control. In this lesson, we want to talk about how you can compare two schedules to each other. As you see, we have two schedules over here. One of them is baseline, the next one is updated. In order to find which one is baseline and which one is updated plan, I rename it over here and over here on the project name. If you open these two projects simultaneously, then if we go to the Activity tab, we have two projects over here. In the above, you can find the updated plan. In the below, you can find the baseline schedule. As you see, these two schedules are a little bit different with each other. Over here we have one section for the WBS and the baseline, but over here we have three different sections for the WBS. Maybe we have some differences in their relationship, in the task, in the duration, but how you can compare it. It is not easy to each by each track all the element of a schedule. What's the solution? The solution is a schedule comparison or visualizer on the Primavera P6. If you go to the schedule comparison tool, then another dialog box going to be open. Then over here you can create a new from existing item. Here is the tracking changes. Here is the global item. Here is open from existing. You can work with these items. Let me to first create a new item. For instance, tracking 01. Then you can go to the option. Over here, you should select which project you are looking for it. Now I'm looking for the project with name of L31. Let me to check it if it works. Okay, it's not working. I cannot find it like this. So I'm going to looking for the project with the name of okay, here you can find the project. Here is the baseline, here is the updated. But you should select the updated from here by double click. Then over here, if your project include the baseline, you should set the original project or baseline over here by this list box. Then if your project include the baseline, you should set up your baseline over here. But if you want to compare it with another project, you need to select the project again, then go to the project sequence and find it. Here is the baseline project. Now the add button works for me and I can select it. Add. Now here is the revised project. Here is the original project or baseline project. Then the next section over here, we can go to the General tab and select which kind of output we needed. We can extract the information based on HTML file, we can use the CSV file, or we can use the ASCII text file by this combination of setting. But on the Advanced tab, you have this opportunity to select which information you want to compare it. Now, if we want to forget about what's happened on the project, we want to compare it to a schedule on the activity section. So we don't have any changes on the code assignment, but let's do compare to a schedule for cost, duration, general activity information, notebook topic, relationship, add delete relationship, steps, we don't have any steps, user defined field, we don't have any constraint, date, expenses, we don't have any expense, added or deleted expenses, percent complete, resource assignment, add delete assignment, and unit. Now, if I come back to the General tab, we have three choices. Let's do start by HTML output. If you press on the Save and Draw, then the output will be created in a few seconds. Now you have the HTML output. As you see, here is the project differences reports. Compare, change relationship baseline to change relationship with updated plan. Here is the WBS code. This activity code related by this activity name. Here is the new WBS code. Here is the old WBS code. So for each of them, if you have some changes, then you can find the new information from here. Here is the changes from the WBS name, section 2, new WBS, section 1 is old WBS. Here is the false for the critical activities. Now critical activity going to be true. And here is the dates changes. These dates is going to be changed in comparison between these two schedules. The change of dates is not matter for my comparison because now I'm going to compare to a schedule. One of them is updated, the second one is not updated. So let me to skip the date matters, but at completion duration, let me to skip it again. But unit percent complete, as you see, I have two updated tasks. So here is the old unit percent complete. Here is the new unit percent complete. For the activity relationship, at task name D include zero lag by a start to start relationship to the predecessor of activity name C. For the activity relationship, these relationships added to my schedule. It's not available on the baseline. It's added after the update. The following relationship deleted from the baseline, and the following relationship added to your project. And we don't have any changes on these criteria. That is the visual report and very helpful for comparing to schedule to each other. But if you come back to the option section, on the general, you have CSV file also. You can save this file, for instance, to the desktop. Then you can open it. First, I need to save it. Now I can open it. Then you have this report over here. The last format which created this comparison report, if you come back to the option on the general tab, you can use ASCII text file. The field delimiter should be selected as a comma, and text qualifier, it is better to select double quotation. Then if you save as it, this report will be created for you. And if you right click on this, here is the report on the text format, and you can open it. Over the Excel format also. So we have three choices to create this report. But if you create your report and you exit the system, you want to manage what previous items you have over here. As you see, I have tracking first, tracking, track changes, and new Gantt chart. I don't want to keep the tracking information over here, or I want to delete it. So I select the tracking, and then delete icon is available over here. I can delete this over here like this, but one of my colleagues need to work with tracking layout, which I created it. So I want to move it to the global or move it to the project. It is only available for the user who want to work with this project, or it is globally available for the whole project. I can move it to the global. Then after I move it to the global, I want to export it. Then it will be available on the all user sharing schedule comparison. Then the export was successful. If you receive this item from your colleagues, you want to import it, you can browse it on your system. Then you should find the VLF file, and then you can easily use it. You can use the layout in the schedule comparison, in the TSLD, or in the Gantt, or it will be available on the user, global, or project. Let me to import it on the user side. Then you can find it over here again. Now I have it on the global and under the user section. Thank you for watching Global Project Control. I hope this lesson is useful for you. Please keep in touch with my LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook for further lessons.
Also, you can visit my website www.globalprojectcontrol.com in order to find all of my lessons and courses in the same time. Thank you for your subscription at my YouTube channel.